Listen carefully. Because this is not a coincidence. You didn't just scroll here by accident. You didn't just click this video for no reason. And you are definitely not listening to this message by chance. Right now, in this very moment, God is personally speaking to you. Yes, you. Not the person next to you. Not someone else watching this. You. I know, a part of you is questioning this already. A part of you is thinking, is this really for me? But deep inside, there's something in your heart that feels different. Something quiet. Something real. That feeling is not random. That is Him. And He wants you to stay here, just a little longer. Because what you're about to hear, you needed to hear this tonight. You've been carrying something heavy, haven't you? Something you don't always talk about. Something you try to ignore during the day. But it comes back at night. When everything is quiet. When the noise fades. When it's just you and your thoughts. You feel it. That weight in your chest. That tension in your mind. That question you keep asking. Why is this happening to me? God sees that. Every single part of it. He sees the tears you didn't let fall. He hears the prayers you couldn't even put into words. He knows the moments when you felt completely alone, even in a room full of people. And right now, He is saying this to you. I have not forgotten you. Let that sink in. You may feel overlooked. You may feel stuck. You may feel like nothing is moving in your life. But God is not late. Not even for a second. There are things happening behind the scenes. Things you cannot see yet. Things that are being aligned in ways you wouldn't understand right now. That delay? It's not punishment. It's preparation. I know, it doesn't feel like it. Because when you're in the middle of waiting, it feels like silence. But silence does not mean absence. God is working, even when you cannot hear Him. Even when it feels like nothing is changing. Everything is being arranged. Piece by piece. Moment by moment. And tonight, He wants you to release something. That fear. That anxiety. That constant overthinking that keeps you awake. You've been trying to control everything, haven't you? Trying to figure it all out. Trying to plan every step. Trying to make sure nothing goes wrong. But it's exhausting you. And God is gently saying, let me handle it. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Right now. You don't have to carry everything by yourself. You were never meant to. Close your eyes for a moment. And just breathe. Slowly. In. And out. Feel that? That small sense of calm? That's not your imagination. That's His presence. He's closer than you think. Closer than your worries. Closer than your fears. Closer than the thoughts that keep you up at night. And He's not here to judge you. He's not here to remind you of your mistakes. He already knows everything about you. And He still chose to stay. Think about that. Even after everything. Even after the doubts. Even after the times you walked away. He never left. Not once. There were moments you thought you lost everything. But somehow, you're still here. That wasn't luck. That was grace. And tonight, He is restoring something inside you. Something you thought was gone. Hope. You've been trying to be strong for too long. Holding everything in. Pretending you're okay. Smiling when you're actually breaking inside. God sees through that. And He's saying, you don't have to pretend with me. You can be honest. You can be tired. You can be confused. You can even feel lost. He's not afraid of your brokenness. In fact, That's where he meets you the most. Right there. In the middle of your pain. In the middle of your questions. In the middle of your uncertainty. That's where he speaks the loudest. And right now, he's telling you, something is about to change. Not everything at once. Not in a dramatic way overnight. But slowly. Surely. In ways you won't expect. Things are shifting. Doors are opening. Paths are clearing. Answers are forming. Even if you can't see it yet. You just need to trust one more time. I know, trusting again feels hard. Especially after everything you've been through. But this time, you're not doing it alone. God is walking with you, step by step. And tonight, before you sleep, He wants you to let go. Let go of what you cannot control. Let go of what is no longer yours to carry. Let go of the fear that tomorrow will be worse. Because He is already in your tomorrow. Waiting for you. Preparing things for you. Making a way, even where there seems to be none. So rest. Not just your body, but your mind. Your heart. Your soul. You are safe. You are seen. You are heard. And you are not alone. Not tonight. Not ever. Because God is right here with you. Stay with me. Don't leave just yet. Because something is still unfolding. Something you need to hear before this night ends. You might not realize it. But the fact that you're still listening means your spirit is searching. Searching for peace. Searching for answers. Searching for something real. And God is answering you right now. Not with noise. Not with pressure. But with a quiet voice that reaches deeper than anything else. Listen closely. There are things you've been blaming yourself for. Mistakes you keep replaying in your mind. Moments you wish you could go back and change. Words you wish you never said. Decisions you wish you never made. And it's been eating at you. Slowly. Silently. But heavily. Tonight, God wants to free you from that. He is saying, you are forgiven. Not later. Not after you fix everything. Not after you prove yourself. Right now. You don't have to earn His love. You don't have to fight for His acceptance. It's already yours. That guilt you're holding on to. It's not from Him. God does not speak through shame. He speaks through grace. Through love. Through restoration. And He's telling you, stop punishing yourself for something I've already forgiven. Let that go. Even if it feels hard. Even if a part of you doesn't believe it yet. Just let it begin, right now. Because where you are going, that weight cannot follow you. Yes. You are going somewhere. This is not the end of your story. This is a turning point. And deep down, you can feel it. That something is shifting. Something is changing. It may be small. Barely noticeable. But it's real. God is moving you into a new season. A season where things will start to make sense. A season where clarity replaces confusion. A season where peace becomes stronger than anxiety. But before that happens, there is something you must release. Control. You've been trying to hold everything together. Trying to make sure nothing falls apart. Trying to predict every outcome. Trying to protect yourself from getting hurt again. But in doing that, you've been holding yourself back. Because some doors only open when you trust God enough to let go. And I know, letting go feels risky. It feels uncertain. It feels like stepping into the unknown. But what if that unknown is exactly where your breakthrough is waiting? What if The thing you've been afraid of is actually the path God prepared for you? Think about it. Every time you thought it was over, something still worked out. Not always the way you expected, but somehow, you made it through. That wasn't coincidence. That was God guiding you, even when you didn't see it. And He hasn't stopped. He's still guiding you. Even now. Even tonight. You're not lost. You're being led. Even if the path feels unclear. Even if the direction feels uncertain. God knows exactly where you are. And more importantly, He knows exactly where you're going. So take a breath. And listen to this carefully. You don't need to have everything figured out tonight. You don't need to solve your whole life before you sleep. You don't need all the answers right now. You just need to trust. One step at a time. That's it. One step. One moment. One decision to believe that God is working in your favor. Even when it doesn't feel like it. Even when things look the same. Even when nothing seems to be changing. Because change is already happening beneath the surface. Like seeds growing in the dark. You can't see it immediately. But it's happening. And soon, you will see the results. But for now, rest in this moment. Let your thoughts slow down. Let your heart soften. Let your soul breathe. You don't have to fight everything tonight. You don't have to carry everything tonight. Just be here. Right here. In this quiet moment. With God. Because He's not rushing you. He's not pressuring you. He's not expecting perfection. He just wants you to come closer. That's all. Closer to Him. Closer to peace. Closer to truth. And the closer you get, the clearer everything becomes. Not instantly, but gradually. Step by step. Just like this moment. So before you close your eyes tonight, say this in your heart. Even if it's quietly. Even if it's just a whisper. God, I trust You. That's enough. You don't need perfect words. You don't need long prayers. Just honesty. Just openness. Just one small step toward Him. And He will meet you there. He always does. Because you matter to Him. More than you realize. More than you've ever been told. And tonight, He's reminding you of that. Again. And again. And again. Until you finally believe it. So stay with this feeling. Hold on to this peace. And carry it with you as you sleep. Because this is only the beginning. Don't fall asleep just yet. Not before you hear this. Because something deeper is happening now. Something you might not fully understand. But your heart is beginning to recognize it. That quiet shift inside you. That slight sense of calm replacing the noise. That's not random. That's God reaching into the parts of you that you've kept hidden for so long. The parts you don't show anyone. The parts you barely admit to yourself. The fear of not being enough. The fear of being left behind. The fear that maybe things will never change. Yes, that fear. He sees it clearly. And He's speaking directly to it right now. He's saying, you are not behind. Read that again in your heart. You are not behind. I know it feels like you are. When you look at other people's lives. When you compare your journey. When you see others moving forward while you feel stuck. It creates this pressure. This quiet panic. This voice that whispers, you're too late. But that voice? That's not from God. God does not rush your timing. He doesn't measure your life by someone else's progress. He doesn't compare your path to anyone else's. Because your journey was designed differently. Every delay, every pause, every unexpected turn, it all has a purpose. Even the things that didn't make sense. Even the things that hurt. Especially those. Because sometimes, what feels like a setback is actually protection. Think about that. There were situations you wanted so badly. Things you prayed for. Doors you tried to force open. And they didn't work out. At the time, it felt like rejection. It felt unfair. It felt confusing. But what if God was protecting you from something you couldn't see? What if what didn't happen was just as important as what did? You see, God's plan isn't just about giving you what you want. It's about giving you what's right. What's aligned. What won't break you later. And tonight, He's asking you to trust that. Even if you don't fully understand it yet. Even if part of you is still holding on to the what ifs. Let those go. Not because they didn't matter. But because something better is being prepared. Yes. Better. Not perfect. But better. Healthier. Stronger. More aligned with who you truly are becoming. Because you are changing. Whether you notice it or not. You're not the same person you were before. You've grown. Through pain. Through confusion. Through moments you thought you wouldn't survive. And look at you now. Still here. Still breathing. Still searching. That means something. That means there is more ahead of you. More than you've seen so far. More than you've experienced. More than you've imagined. But to step into that, you have to release the version of yourself that believes you're stuck. Because you're not. You're in transition. And transition feels uncomfortable. It feels uncertain. It feels like everything is shifting at once. But that's because something new is forming. Something stronger. Something more aligned with your purpose. And God is guiding that process. Even when it feels messy. Even when it feels slow. Even when it feels unclear. He hasn't lost control. Not even for a second. And neither have you. You're just in the middle of becoming. So don't rush it. Don't force it. Don't compare it. Just stay present. Stay open. Stay willing to trust, even a little more. Because the moment you stop fighting the process is the moment peace starts to grow. Quietly. Steadily. Deep within you. And from that place, everything begins to shift. Your thoughts become clearer. Your heart feels lighter. Your decisions feel more aligned. Not because everything is perfect, but because you're no longer carrying everything alone. God is walking with you. Through every step. Through every doubt. Through every moment you feel unsure. He's there. Closer than you think. And right now, He's whispering something you need to hear. You're going to be okay. Not just survive. Not just get through. But truly, be okay. In a way that brings peace. In a way that brings stability. In a way that feels real. And lasting. But for now, just focus on this moment. This breath. This quiet connection. Let your mind slow down. Let your heart rest. Let your soul settle. Because you don't need to carry tomorrow tonight. Tomorrow will come. And when it does, God will already be there. Waiting for you. Guiding you. Preparing the way. So close your eyes when you're ready. And rest in this truth. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are being guided. Every step of the way. Even now. Even here. Even in this very moment.